Welcome to the NBA 2K G League show. This is your weekly update of the G League news. Now, I want to keep this video very short, so the more I talk, the less short this video is going to get. So I'm just going to get to the point. We're going to first start off with our first player, Brandon Knight. Now, Brandon Knight, he recently just got assigned to the G League to play against the Salt Lake City Stars because he was on a rehab assignment with the Rio Grande Valley Vipers from the Houston Rockets. Brandon Knight, if you don't know, was a very good NBA player when he played for the Milwaukee Bucks. Unfortunately, injuries to his ACL have really hurt him over the past years, and he got traded to Houston this past September. And so he's finally coming back, and he's finally gone through a full practice with the Rockets after having a successful game against the Salt Lake City Stars. Against Salt Lake City, he had 16 points, 5 assists, and 1 rebound in 22 minutes. Our next two players, one is Jaron Blossomgame of the Canton Charge and Jalen Jones. Now, Jaron Blossomgame, he was playing for the San Antonio Spurs, but got cut and ended up going back to play for the Austin Spurs. Now, Jaron Blossomgame was drafted by the San Antonio Spurs in the 2017 draft, and he played his majority of his rookie season for the Austin Spurs, the Spurs G League affiliate. After not being able to get a roster spot with the Spurs for this season, he returned to the G League, and then his rights got traded to Canton for John Holland, who actually got waived by the Cavs and was on a two-way contract. John Holland now plays for the Austin Spurs, but Jaron Blossomgame has gone called up to the Cavaliers on a two-way contract after averaging 20 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 32 minutes per game. The other player that the Cavs signed to a two-way deal is Jalen Jones. Jalen Jones hasn't signed with any teams this season, and so seeing this is coming out of nowhere, and so this is a really good move for the Cavs just because Jalen Jones is a good small forward and he can also play some power forward, and so just a good move all around. The last team that Jalen Jones played for was the Texas Legends. But speaking of the Texas Legends, Frank Jackson, the Duke product and the New Orleans Pelicans guard, has just been assigned to the G League. He had 25 points and 7 rebounds in 33 minutes. Now, another signing that just actually happened for the New Orleans Pelicans is Andrew Harrison. Andrew Harrison has just filled the other two-way deal for the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, both two-way contract spots are filled. Now, remember, Andrew Harrison and Trevon Bluet, if I'm saying his name right, are both players that technically, since New Orleans doesn't have a G League team, they are assigned via flex assignment. But Andrew Harrison has NBA remaining days on his two-way contract where he can technically still play for the Pelicans, offer some emergency guard depth. Moving on from Andrew Harrison and Frank Jackson, a guy from Duke, Grayson Allen, just got assigned to the G League this past Monday. Now, this game was against the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, and in this game, he had 26 points in just 36 minutes. Grayson Allen also got assigned for today's game against the Texas Legends against Frank Jackson. In 32 minutes, he had 14 points to conclude the night. But speaking of Grayson Allen playing against the Texas Legends and the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, Isiah Hartenstein got assigned to the G League today. Now, Isiah Hartenstein was drafted by the Houston Rockets in the 2017 draft, but he spent his majority of his rookie season playing for the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, and he got signed by the Houston Rockets after having an impressive summer league this past summer. He's been playing a backup center for the Rockets while Nene's been out, but now that Nene is starting to get healthy again, it shows that Isiah Hartenstein's coming back to play for the Vipers. So, Vipers fans have to be pretty happy about that. Speaking of a guy who's also now been bounced off the depth chart due to having a backup center on a team, is Ivan Rabb. Now, due to the signing of Joakim Noah and having a backup center, Ivan Rabb is now no longer in the rotation. Ivan Rabb was just assigned to the G League today, and he played against the Grand Rapid Drives, and he had 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. This is almost a triple double. Hopefully, we'll see Rabb have some really good games in the near future. Daniel House Jr., who is actually just with the Houston Rockets, did get waived. However, he ended up signing a two-way contract. But you're probably thinking, how did he sign that two-way contract? Aren't both the two-way contract spots for the Rockets full? Well, Gary Clark Jr. had his two-way contract spot converted to an actual contract. So, Daniel House Jr. is now on a two-way contract. And in other very big news, Demarcus Cousins could be on a potential rehab assignment with the Santa Cruz Warriors. He could even play some games in the G League. I don't know if I've actually seen a very, very current all-star player come to the G League to play. So if that happens, tune in because that's going to be really big news. Another player who actually just got assigned was Courtney Lee. He was an NBA veteran who plays for the New York Knicks. Very interesting that he decided to join the Westchester Knicks, the New York Knicks' affiliate team, to play in a rehab game. Now, Courtney Lee, his rating in 2K is a 76. He had 16 points, 1 steal, and 7 rebounds in his game against the Lakeland Magic. He traveled all the way to Lakeland in Florida just to play a G League game. Normally, you see these NBA veterans who are doing a rehab game go and stay home instead of going to away to play in a game. But Lee is expected to come back with the Knicks to hopefully potentially play in their game against the Hornets in Charlotte. This was your NBA 2K G League Show weekly update. I'm your host, Varun Charya, and I am out.